Show. Welcome to Catching Up with Claudia. Now, ojalá que se puedan quedar hasta el final para que puedan escuchar lo que va a compartir mi invitada o mi invitado. Así es que no se les olvide también de seguirnos por las redes sociales. Estamos en todas las plataformas. Hasta luego. Hola, ¿cómo están? Y bienvenidos. Welcome to my next episode of Catching Up with Claudia, la supercomadre of RadioCrystalUSA.com. Now, I'm catching up with you from the great outdoors here in Houston, Texas, at an amazing house that's open up their doors for us to be here and have this pool behind us, have this great foliage next to us, because, you know, we just got to take advantage of nature sometimes because we need it. My guest who's sitting next to me, and I'll bring her up in a little bit, she just talked about grounding. And you know what? This is kind of like grounding. We're outdoors, we're, you know, taking in the air, feeling the breeze, being outside in nature, and we need that. And why? Because, you know, we need to take care of ourselves. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So my series, you know, which includes the hot flash era, which includes cincuentañera era, which now includes the May is Mental Health Awareness Month series. So we're going to do a little bit of taking care of ourselves. And I just wanted to share this reminder from Brain Builders, which is an organization that I work with and promote, Brain Builders, you know, of making sure that during the month of May, focus on something that you need to do to take care of yourself. And as you know, Brain Builders is for moms, it's for families that have little ones. And we invite you to go to the website, brainbuilders.org, and sign up for a free session, because at these sessions, moms come together to talk, to share, and to connect. And that is mental health awareness and self-care as well. When you connect with other women, other moms going through the same thing you're going through, and walking away knowing that raising kids, it's hard, but you know what? Do it with your village, do it with your comadres, do it with resources, and make sure that you're out there taking care of yourself before you take care of everyone and everything on your list. All right, so I want to do a little recap. We had Judith Castillo last time we met on the podcast recording and the live stream, and she was talking all about what she's going to be doing, which is running for a position in Humble ISD for a trustee position. So watch out for what she has to share, so that way you are, you know, connected to her and you vote for her, because she stood up for those students out there when she was a teacher, but now she's coming back as potentially a trustee. So there's a voice in that organization that speaks up for those that need a voice to stand up for them. And another thing I want to share with you also, because it is Mental Health Awareness Month, one of my past guests, and I'm going to, can you bring up, comadre, a picture? It's a flyer. And this is an event that's happening here in Houston at the Houston Botanic Gardens. It's called Nurtured by Nature. And my partner, but as well, he's also an artist, and he was here and we did a little show. He will be teaching Tai Chi. So Tai Chi with Angel Quesada at Natured by Nurture, which is coming up on Saturday, May the 18th. Again, Mental Health Awareness Month. That's what May is. Take care of you. Go in and buy a ticket and enjoy the Tai Chi classes. And not only will they have Tai Chi, but they'll have yoga. They'll have vendors that are going to be sharing all kinds of products to help you take care of yourself. And I'll be there too. All right. So, comadre Liliana, thank you so much for having this space, for me to be able to be here and elevate voices and share, you know, resources, and to bring guests that have something amazing to share. As you know, I started off the Catching Up with Claudia, the series, which includes the hot flash era, because I'm moving into there. I'm already there in the hot flash era. And also the cincuentañera era, because I am also going to be turning 50. I'm going to be cincuentañera. And vulnerable, vulnerable in Espanol, because, you know, or in ESL, or in Spanglish, because I want to share my journey, and I want to share those folks that have crossed my path and helped me along the way, and supporting me in who I am and what I do and what I have offered, you know, and what I have to offer in the future with Brain Builders and whatever other organization that I am affiliated with, that I get a chance to share those beautiful things and those resources that are at people's, that could make it at people's reach. All right, so I'm ready to bring on today's guest, and she has a story. She has a story that's connected to a product that she's going to share today, a product that has helped me. And I'll share a little bit about my testimony and how it supported me in my health. But I want to bring her on so that she can share with the audience who she is, a little bit of who she is. And then we're going to go down like a little road and journey into the product which she has to share today, which is Men Awake. All right, so I'd like to introduce to you Adriana Rubio Klassen. Welcome. Woo!
Hello, my dear.
Yes, hello. Bienvenida. How are
Thank you? I'm very good. Very good. Perfect month to talk about this.
Yes, yes. So I want for the audience to get to know a little bit about Adriana. Who is Adriana? ¿Quién es Adriana? Share a little bit about your background. And then I'm going to take us into your product and how that is connecting you to the product and to the women and I guess men too.
Men too. Men need love too.
Men Awake. So
yes.
Share a little bit about Adriana.
So my name is Adriana Rubio Klassen. I'm the mother of the most beautiful children, Isabella and Ethan Klassen. We're Aggies. I grew up in Meyerland, Westbury, Texas, Houston. And for the past 25 years, I've been in the security industry. I have a company that is in the commercial cameras, access control, all that boring stuff. All that boring. But needed, but boring stuff.
Boring, that's okay.
And so my life changed, believe it or not, after a divorce.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and share
because
sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
And I'm very proud of my journey because without that, I wouldn't be here. So I was divinely guided, because nothing is a coincidence in my life. I was divinely guided to go and try plant medicine in Costa Rica. At a place called Rhythmia. And it was basically what plant medicine does is it's a connection to all that is beautiful and godly and divine. And it's an energy that opens your heart and lets you know what areas of your heart you need to heal.
Wow.
What trauma you need to heal. And so for the past 2.5 years, I've been on a healing journey. And, healing is the road less traveled.
Yes.
And for me, without that pain that divorce caused, I would not be here. Yeah. I would not be here pursuing my passion, which is Men Awake. It's a company that I founded because I was going through menopause and I understood that the energy that I felt when I did ayahuasca was very similar to hot flashes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it was. Just imagine.
I have a connection with that because I've been dealing with hot flashes lately.
Exactly.
But I want to hear more about, what you felt and how you changed that energy into Men Awake and the products that you have here.
So, what happened was, God said, I'm gonna get you to heal. Okay. And it's not gonna be
pretty.
It's not gonna be pretty, but it's gonna be beautiful at the end. And so anyways, when so I started having the hot flashes and I was like, this is energy, because everything is energy. And so I put 2 and 2 together. I said, you know what? Hot flashes are energy. What's going on here? What's going on here? What did our creator try to tell us? What's he trying to tell us? Right. And I started nature walking and I started grounding, which is very, very important because emotions, love, hate, joy, shame, all of that, if you don't release it, it's blocks, it stays in your body. It holds on to your fascia muscles and your lower back, you got pain.
The sciatica.
And
the
so
vertigo.
all of it is emotion.
Okay.
So because we are electromagnetic and the earth is magnetic, you can just stand on grass and intentionally say, I release everything that doesn't serve me. And you will start to notice that energy. You will start to get in touch with the feelings that are happening in your body. And I used to laugh at tree huggers, but let me tell you, tree huggers.
Now I can't get you off a tree.
That's right.
That's good.
I am pro trees. Do not ever, tear down a tree. But anyways, so this journey, I started asking myself, like, God, what is this truly? What I know that our Creator chose Mary to birth our Savior. There is no way that He would punish Mary at this stage, because menopause can sometimes feel like a punishment.
You know what? And that's what I liked about how you have taken this knowledge, this awakening,
right?
To let, as you are sharing these products and what you put together, I like how you've made it something positive, because it always seems like being in menopause, like there's something wrong with us. That's what they want us to believe, so they can sell you,
pellets that cause cancer, and so during one of my nature walks, because I started grounding and nature walking and just connecting to the trees and everything, just a very silent time. And I would do it at Memorial Park every day. I was asking God, like, God, what is this? What is this truly? And I kid you not, I took a couple of steps and the word men-awake just appeared in my mind's eye.
Wow.
And I got this rush of energy, this beautiful, blissful energy just running through my body. And that's when I knew that this was divinely sent to me, or whispered in my ear, my intuitive nature just accepted that this was what I thought a spiritual awakening. And so during trying to figure out all the products that are available, and there's so many, some thousands of them, I ran across a video of, remember Sex and the City, when they go to Dubai?
Yes.
And Samantha has the luggage full of wild yam.
Cremitas,
right?
Oils.
No. It was wild yam.
It was wild yam, but she had a lot of products that got confiscated.
Exactly.
Just if you don't remember that, Sex and the City. And the moment that got taken, like, she went into full menopause, and it was just not going well for her while she was in Dubai.
Right. So I remembered that. And at the same time, I came across a company out of Australia that had a wild yam cream.
Yes.
And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to order it.
Okay.
And I looked online, and they were sold out globally.
Wow.
And I looked at the ingredients, and I was like, I can make one better.
Okay.
That really takes from all over the world, because God put solutions for us all over the world, because nature heals. And I made my own wild yam cream.
And it's right here.
Yes.
Can you show?
I made it for me, and it started working. And so my friends are like, oh my God.
What are you using?
What's going on with you? You look great. You're
glowing. You look great. You look refreshed.
Yes. And so that's how Men Awake was birthed.
Okay.
And then obviously I couldn't sleep because, we suffer from insomnia. And so I made a product for that. And then my hair was thinning and it was falling out. And I made a product for that.
Okay.
And then for on the go, a little roller that you just kind of keep it in your purse.
Yes.
Like you have in your purse.
And I have it right here. Like, I actually have my little purse, and in my purse I have my little personal roll-on that I use.
Great. I'm so happy.
And it's helpful. So you have the products here, and this is the result of that awakening, that calling, grounding, and you brought in the best of the best to create something that is natural, that is something that is not going to hurt you. Now, I want you to kind of take us into the journey of, well, you made this, and people were asking you, okay, Adri, what is this? And then what? How did you think about packaging, making it?
Oh my gosh, this was so much work. Let me tell you, I did not think about it fully, how the steps.
Okay.
Because this is so different than my alarm company, right?
Oh, true.
This is it. I told myself, if I can cook a 5-course meal, Michelin chef style, I can make some creams, right? I can do that.
Yeah.
And so I started doing all my research of all the herbs from India, from China, from Mexico, from South America, from Europe, that have been known to help with hot flashes, with your heart health, that help moods, that help with osteoporosis, arthritis. But most importantly, I just wanted women to understand that, these products, yes, they're going to make you feel amazing and better and yourself, but there's some inner work that needs to happen along with this. It's you're
absolutely right. It's almost like a two-way lane in this. It's not just the products, but it's that work. But how the products, it's like it goes hand in hand. It
goes hand in hand. My products, yes, they are going to make you feel amazing.
Yeah.
But what I want to tell women is, you know what? It is time for you to prioritize yourself.
Yes.
For you, because you've been going at it, having kids, having a husband, a partner, cooking, cleaning, this and that, working. And when do you have time to silence, to reconnect your mind, your heart, and your soul?
Yeah.
This is what Men Awake is. It's a reconnection, because once you reconnect this yourself, your energy, your chi flows.
Yeah.
And you feel better. You're calmer, you're happier, you're joyful.
Yeah.
You are in that spiritual awakening. Your consciousness expands, and you're a lover of life again.
Yes. And I want to tie in some reviews and some testimonies. And just so you know, you are the author of your lives, right? So you're listening, you need to take charge, how you need to take charge. We're just, sharing here today a potential journey for you to try. But remember to always talk with your physicians, of course, who you ever need to talk to, and make those connections with, as you try new products. Because I had to do the same thing. And the reason why I want to share my testimony, I might just start off with mine. So a long time ago, when I was in my early 40s, I found out that, actually, when I had my second baby, I found out that I had the breast cancer gene. And it wasn't a surprise, because my mother and my grandmother, both my maternal grandmother and my mother, both had breast cancer, and they were survivors. However, my grandmother did succumb to cancer, but it was because it didn't get caught on time. It started off in the ovaries. It kind of turned out that they thought it was colon cancer at first, but actually it was colon cancer that started way down in the ovaries, and it just kind of started invading. So the whole time, she had no breast cancer, but it showed up in other places. My mom had breast cancer, and they both had mastectomies. So they did survive from that. And my mom is still a survivor.
She is.
Yeah, she's still around.
Lady.
Yes.
Lovely lady.
My mom's still going at it, has survived cancer, amen, since 1979. And so when it was time for me to take my test, I already knew that it was going to be positive. So when the results came, and I sat on those results actually for 7 years until I finally, my OB-GYN was like, we got to do something about this. We got to do something about this. It's not a matter of it's not going to happen. It's a matter of when it's going to happen because of the traction you have in your family. So because of that, they're like, we got to take out your ovaries. because that estrogen explosion that happens or storm that happens every month with your period, it can potentially let the cancer sprout in your breasts. And I said, okay, all right, well, let's do this. So what does this mean? So they were going to only do the ovary removal, and that was it, which meant that I was going to go into instant menopause right away. And then when it was getting closer to the time to do the surgery, they're like, we got to take out the uterus. Too, because there's a lot of studies that showed that women like you that fall into this category that have gone in for ovary removal and then end up having to go back for the hysterectomy, the taking out of the uterus, because cancer cells traveled before the ovaries were taken out. I'm like, I've been preaching, take it all out, because I already saw my aunts and my mother and my grandmother, go through that. And I wanted to do everything I could to be on this planet, as long as I could be on this planet, that I needed to be there for my girls.
Absolutely.
So I did the surgery and I went into instant menopause, and I woke up literally from the surgery in a puddle of sweat. That's how quickly it happened.
Wow.
Now they put me on a patch, and my doctors were like, we don't want to put you on a patch because that's also a risk.
Right.
But it was a very low dose of estrogen, which has kept me sane up until not too long ago.
I know.
And they had to take me off of it because I already knew that they were going to take me off of the patch when I got closer to my 50s, and that's around the corner. And that's typically when, hot flashes and the menopause starts. So they took off the patch, and within not so long from there, I started feeling the hot flashes. I had a panic attack. My body started hurting. I think my panic attacks and the pain that I had, the sciaticas, were all part of me no longer having that, even if it was a low dosage of estrogen. And then in comes Adriana. She's like, at the same time, she's like talking about this, sharing about this. And I'm like, I haven't really shared much about that, about the patch removal and this and that. And you said, come on over. It was a Saturday morning. I think I came over in my pajamas.
Yeah, we were in PJs.
We were in PJs. She's like, Adriana's like, come over. I got something for you. And we're going to try it. And I'm like, okay. And I was a little, not leery, but I have to be cautious of what I use because.
Absolutely.
But then I started thinking, when you talk about the making of this, it reminds me of what my mother, my grandmother, my abuelitas in Mexico would make from the hierbitas in their yard.
This is all organic.
Exactly.
All hierbas from Mother Earth.
Yes.
Okay. Everything. There's no preservatives, nothing.
Yeah.
It's
from the earth.
It's made with so much love and intention. And so you started using it.
Yeah, I started using it, and then and at the end I was like, I need a testimony, and I gotta give it some time to kick in. And all of a sudden, my hot flashes were less and less, and then less intense. And then I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna do my yoga now. So I started doing light yoga, and I gave myself 30 days of yoga in April, because there's 30 days in April. I did 28, but that's okay. And now I gave myself another challenge. In May, I added 1 day of working out on the elliptical machine in May, aside from my everyday yoga.
Good.
So it's really just done something with my mind, my mental health. I don't feel, I get a little sleepy here and there, but it's not as intense. I'm not falling asleep at the wheel like I used to.
Yeah.
So I do the yam. I do the cream in the mornings. When I take a shower, I get ready. I put it here, and I put it. And you told me to put it behind my.
You can put it on your wrists, on your neck, under your boobies,
breasts, and then
inner thighs. And you want to rotate.
And rotate, yes.
And you know what else? My creams are great for if you have polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Oh.
If your daughters are irregular with their menstrual cycle, it regulates all that. Obviously, there's other issues, because everything, it's all emotions in your body that dysregulate you. But yeah, it's great for men. Men need love too, ladies.
Yeah.
It helps with their prostate health, with their sexual organs. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
And it lets the flow of the circulation improve. So I will be coming out with a specific branded cream for men called either Man Awake, MAN Awake, or El Rey. Simply El Rey.
I love it.
I haven't decided yet.
With a little charro
With
hat
a little
on it.
charro hat,
I like
or
that.
maybe a little crown or
a little
whatever.
Crown.
But my line is another thing that I every day that I'm a tea drinker.
Oh yes,
hibiscus. So I made this blend of teas, and it's hibiscus, soursop, nettle, butterfly tea, and moringa.
And moringa.
It cannot get better than this, ladies. And I drink it every single day, and it is amazing. You feel amazing. And it's just pure goodness, you know.
¿Cómo se dice hibiscus en español?
Jamaica.
Jamaica. So
Agüita de Jamaica.
Agüita de Jamaica. I mean, and that again reminds me of what I grew up on.
Exactly. Except, you know, we don't want to add all that sugar.
No, without the sugar.
No.
Yeah.
You don't. You want to sweeten it with some limoncito.
Honey,
some
agave.
Agave, or but absolutely no sugar. No sugar.
No, but even growing up, I remember, you know, when I drank it, it was stuff that was picked from the gardens. It was put in a bowl. It was put in and made in front of you.
Exactly.
And si te dolía algo, un tecito. Si te dolía para acá,
la cabeza.
And it was always something that was plucked out of the gardens. And it's almost like we've forgotten, you know, that medicine is, you know, we get medicine and we get healed from food. We get healed from
food
nature.
is medicine.
Food is medicine. And what we eat is important too.
Absolutely.
Like, are we eating stuff that's from the ground, not messed with too much and eaten? You know?
I'm this year, I'm really gonna make the effort to become a vegetarian.
Oh,
yes.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, I'm almost there, you know. And so I think that think about it, right?
Yeah.
If you cut up a carrot, you see basically your pupil.
Yeah.
Everything is for a part of your body, every piece of food. And, you know, we have to do better if we want to feel better.
See,
yes,
absolutely. And that's one thing that I committed myself to also when I knew I had the breast cancer gene. I started off with like, what should I put in my body to eat?
You got to alkalize it.
Yes, it's going to keep my body in an environment that's not going to be welcoming for cancer to start.
Exactly.
Because I had to take care of that. I had two little ones at that time. I think at that time they were born right after they were born. Both of them, they're only a year apart.
Oh.
Right after my second one was born is when they did the test. And I was scared, and I sat on it, and I'm like, I'm going to be fine. I live in Houston. I live near the medical center. But then I started also thinking about not just like what can they do for me at the medical center, but what can I do?
Exactly.
Exercise, you know, what do I need to do to put in my body to eat better?
Right.
You know, what are the products that I'm using? Like even household cleaning, lo que sea. You know, what could I do?
You have to do an inventory.
Yeah, you do.
An inventory, and, you know, you have to invest in yourself and in your children. Like I said, had I not been taught by my grandmother, my mother, how to cook. Yeah. And I never fed my children any kind of Gerbers and you know, and no, I'm not judging or whatever, but I made everything from scratch because I knew from a very young age that food heals. The right food heals.
Yeah.
Unprocessed food heals.
Yeah.
And so that has been my journey, and I'm going to continue to grow Men Awake. I'm going to add a cortisol cocktail.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Because if you see, you know, cortisol levels rise when you're under stress. So if you are not releasing that stress, how are you releasing the stress? Are you exercising? Are you doing yoga? Are you doing breath work? Are you meditating? If you're not doing any of that, then you need to go on my website and buy this cortisol cocktail that's going to have ashwagandha. Is it
going to be like a tecito or?
It's powder.
Oh, okay.
That you're just going to put in your agüita and you're going to drink it.
Okay.
And it's going to have ashwagandha, rhodiola, turmeric, and a couple of secret ingredients.
Oh,
yes.
all right. That we can't share here.
Exactly. But, please go on my website, menowake.com.
Yes.
And
so what if they want to buy this?
So I have
and can you share like a little bit from each product?
Sure. Okay.
And then how can they purchase that?
So you go on my website, and I have a bundle. It's called the Awaken Woman Bundle, and it includes the Wild Jam Cream.
Mm-hmm.
It includes. There's my website that I designed.
It's
I became an IT person, a website designer. And then the hair serum. Oh, this hair serum.
I didn't. Okay.
Tell them about your hair.
So I had this bald spot here. La comadre Claudia had a bald spot, and I've been using the hair serum, and it looks like I got some hair. I mean, it looks better than it did in April.
This is going to be
my hot spot's not so. My hot spot. Wait, not my hot spot.
Go down to the products. Go down to the products.
The hot spot is what we need for the internet. I meant my bald spot.
Oh my God, yeah, Claudia, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, that's new. I just realized today as I was combing, I'm like, and putting my flower, and I'm like, oh, I do have a little bit more growth here.
Yay!
So I have been using her little hair serum right there.
Oh, I love it. Mm-hmm. I love it. So anyways, I have a bundle. It's called the Awaken Woman Bundle, and it has everything that you need. If you keep going down, these are the 5 products.
There's a bundle right there.
There's the Awaken Woman Bundle, yes.
Okay.
And it comes with the tea and the roller and the magnesium spray. And if I'll take $20 off and
I love it.
Give the Claudia
the comadre Claudia
discount.
I love it.
Yes, for $100.
And just so you know, I have, like, once again, I'm going to show you. It's in my purse. I got my little purse. I have my little roller, and in the morning, and I put on the cream here or in my neck or under my boobs, and then throughout the day, I dab the roller on my wrists.
Yes,
and I have noticed, even with myself, even with my girls, my girls are teenagers. They drive me nuts, but not in a bad way. It's just emotional, because I have 2 girls that need a lot of emotional support.
Right.
And I have to be in a good emotional place for them.
Absolutely.
Because they need me
to be their guide. Start teaching them to go outside and ground.
Yes.
And to meditate. Let's teach them young. So when they get to be our age, they are more fully aware of who they are. Yeah. And life is just easier like that.
Yes.
Instead of going through a divorce and finding out your purpose in life is this, but you have to go through the lessons.
You have to go through the journey.
Through the lessons.
Everyone has their journey. Everyone has their lesson.
Yes.
And I'm a firm believer that even in those challenging times that appear in our lives, how do they shape us? And then what comes out of it that could potentially be a gift for others.
Absolutely. We are on this planet Earth is like a school.
Yes.
We are here to learn the lessons. And if you don't learn it the first time,
it shows up again.
It shows up more intense the second time. Yes. And for us, when we learn the lesson, to help others.
Yeah.
That is the way to do it. Yeah. That is the way to do it.
I'm a firm believer. Before I used to, not welcome the adversity or the harsh, why is this happening? Now it's more like, okay,
what's it going to teach me?
What am I learning from this?
Yeah.
What am I learning from this lesson that it's like lesson that's happening again?
Exactly.
And then I'm like, okay, all right. Exactly. So and then it helped me make me the person I am today.
Amen, sister. From a year ago or a couple of years ago, when I first met you to today.
Oh, I remember when you met me.
Yeah.
The first time when I came over to your house.
Yeah.
And you right away were like, there's something.
Because, I can feel this energy. When you start working on yourself, you open yourself up because everything is energy. You sense love and you sense sadness and you sense all of these things. And that also led me to taking anyone that was going through it on an inner child meditation at Memorial Park. Yes, I do that because when it was done to me, it was so powerful to go deep within me, and to see myself as a little girl, whose heart had been broken at some point, and just to reconnect with her was unbelievable. Talk about
Adrianita.
When I saw Adrianita, my God, my heart melted, and it was beautiful. And I did so much healing because I had to sit in the pain of it all.
Yes.
We can't just, you got to sit in that pain.
You do.
You have to sit in the pain.
You remind me of a quote by Brene Brown. And I must say a little bad word, but that's what she said. She says, sometimes you got to put on your waders, those pants, those plastic pants that fishermen wear, and just wade through the shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Why would I want to do that? Why do I want to put myself through that? And then she later spoke of it. You have to just embrace it.
Right.
And be in it so that you can get through it.
I'm going to just finish with this because this is so powerful. Whenever you get a memory, whenever a memory pops up in your brain and it's a painful memory, pay attention. And it is so painful. And you just want to push it back down. That is energy that wants to leave your body. So how do you heal that? How do you let go of that? You thank it for what it has taught you, and you say goodbye.
And you release
and that energy is gone, honey. That is healing. It is beautiful. And that, imagine if you continuously are doing these, different modalities to really get to the core of who you are. And to heal and to embrace menopause in a way that it is meant to be, like a couple of tribes in Africa. When a woman reaches this stage, they become elders.
Really?
Yes. You know why?
Oh.
Because that's when the knowledge pours in, all the knowledge that we had from raising kids, from, nurturing our heartbreak, from cooking, from learning everything comes together and aligns you with love.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. I love the approach of turning this into what it's meant to be.
Exactly.
Which is
an awakening.
An awakening. You're moving into a new phase and welcoming the hot flash and being in it. It's almost like what you just said right now. Like sometimes you have to be in that pain and feel it and embrace it to go through it. Now, when I do feel a little hot flash coming on, I just I remind myself, this is part of life. I'm gonna be okay. I got my cremitas. It's not gonna be that bad, and this is just part of I'm here. Because you imagine so many women that don't make it to this phase,
right?
That we lose them along the way. They're no longer here. They don't even get a chance to be in this moment, and be revered as an elder.
Yes,
full of knowledge and wisdom to share.
The women of Pakistan, actually, I was getting my eyebrows threaded.
And I do that too.
And I asked because now I'm asking every nationality, like, what do you do for, how are you dealing with this?
Yeah.
And she said, literally, I almost started crying. I just felt this guilt. I don't know. I felt such strong emotion.
Yeah.
She said, life is over for them when menopause hits.
Oh,
man, that hit hard. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do on my website as it continues to grow, I'm going to have a donate to Pakistani women. Yes. Because they need love too. We are all sisters. We are all part of a collective, and we got to help each other. Can you imagine the mentality, just thinking that life is over for them just because you entered the most beautiful stage?
Yeah. I can see that. I can see that. And I can see that. And I love how you're taking this feeling, this awakening. You had a calling. You turned it into what it is, your mission now.
My purpose
in life. Your purpose in life.
Yes.
And now you literally bottled your purpose and jarred it up.
I'm
now
so proud of
myself.
myself.
Us a chance for us to experience that men awakening.
Yes.
So as we get closer to the end, because we're going to kind of wrap it up a little bit, I want you to share there's some testimonies that have come through.
Yes.
I want you to pull one up. You have it on your phone.
So
share a little bit of a testimony that you got.
So this was from one of my friends who bought the Menawake bundle, and she gave it to her sister-in-law who is in her 60s.
Okay.
And this is and the lady's name is Alice Jensen. And she said, my sister-in-law gave me your wild yam cream and your travel roll-on oil. I love both. I'm pretty sure I see a difference in my balance and energy.
Wow.
More importantly, my husband sees a difference in me. I've told several of my girlfriends about your products, and I've sent them the link. I'll be a return customer. Much success to you.
Oh, lovely.
And this lady was in her 60s.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I love it.
Well, comadre, I want you, Liliana, and los controles. Can you bring up a picture of this other woman, Joanna? She's with her. It's a picture of her and her husband, Joanna Rodriguez. Good friend of ours, community.
I love her. Yes.
She and her husband are part of an organization called MPAC, Magnolia Park Arts and Culture and Community, or Culture.
Magnolia Arts.
Arts. And all they do is support arts in parts of Texas and Houston that typically don't get it. And I think we're a little frozen, so I hope you can still hear us, comadre. Testing 1, 2. Now, I think we're still there.
I can hear you, comadre.
Let's see. Yeah. All right. Okay. So I have a little bit of a testimony from Joanna. What she said is this. Let me just say, I have been in menopause since 2019. So I guess about 5 years. And are you still there?
Yes, comadre.
All right. And she said, I've slowly gained, over 50 pounds since then, and have no energy, and didn't want to do anything, didn't want to go anywhere, didn't want to exercise. And, to the point where she didn't even want to get dressed and do things and go out. Nothing was happening. I didn't want to do much. And then I met Adriana, and I had a very long conversation with her on the phone and was telling her how I've been in menopause. She also, Joanna said, I have severe anxiety attacks that started coming on, and really since the summer, and they started up again. And the last time she had a panic attack was in her 20s, but something triggered it recently, and she felt that. And she also, just didn't want to do anything. And she had these attacks coming on, and it affected her self-esteem. And then, but not anymore, because now, after being introduced to Adriana's company, Menawake, and her wonderful wild yam cream, she started putting it on her wrist and on her neck and on her pulse points, and started doing it in the morning and in the evenings. And now it's been over a month. And I can't believe, this is what she said, I can't believe I have not had an anxiety attack. I honestly have not had an anxiety attack since I started using this yam cream. I actually started getting a little bit more energy doing things. I'm more proactive. I'm more productive. I run a nonprofit, which is Impact. So it's very important for me that I'm constantly doing things. And plus, I have my own business that I do here from home. So it's important that I tend to all of these things and stay on top of everything. And so that's what she wanted to share. She said, I'm really, really in love with this cream. And I really, really think that it's because of that I found myself again. Aww. Thank you, Adriana.
Thank you, Joanna. Yes.
So thank you so much for that testimony. And there's someone else, a lovely person.
Josie.
Yeah. She sent us a video.
Yes, Josie.
And Josie's been supporting also Menawake out there and getting the word out. She's been doing an amazing job. So.
Yes. So, I asked God, I'm like, God, I'm overwhelmed. I have to make all these creams, all these orders. Uh-huh. I need, I need some help. And he sent Josie.
There you go.
And so, but before that, I had given her, I made her buy my products at a festival, the Hot Rod High Heel Festival.
Yes.
And I made her do it. And
here she is.
And
she's got a little video for us.
Yeah.
With her testimony. Comadre, can you bring up Josie? Oh, can you turn up the volume? Because we can't hear Josie right now. So we might have to restart it again because she's giving her testimony.
in my fasting blood sugar every morning.
Yeah, people can hear it, comadre.
My blood sugar came down by 17 points so far. And
Okay, they can hear it. Yeah. Oh, this water tastes good.
Look at that smile on her face.
Yeah, you could tell right away. She talked about how it affected her.
Yeah.
And what amazing testimonies.
Absolutely.
So not only is she a user and a believer, but she's out there supporting and
well,
promoting.
now I was like, Josie, you need a part-time job because I need a part-time person. She's like, oh my God, this is my dream.
And it worked out.
Yes. Because you know what? I am going to change the narrative. My main goal is to change the narrative of that word that's so negative, menopause.
Yeah, menopause.
There is no pausing in Men Awake.
Yes.
Don't pause, awaken is our slogan.
I love it.
Yes, don't pause, awaken, you know. Yeah. So my life's mission is obviously going to be to change that narrative, to help. And obviously I'm learning things every single day and to help connect yourself to yourself once again.
Yes. I love it. Connect yourself to yourself once again.
Yes.
Because we get lost with the kids, the partners, the work. And I say partners, I mean your partner. If you're married, your partner.
Keeping up with the Joneses, you know, your phone, your all of this.
And now
too
it's
much.
just reconnecting to
yourself once again.
So let me ask you this, Adriana. Menopause, Men Awake in 5 years, where do you see it?
Oh my gosh, I'm going to be the Amazon of women products. I really see it that way. Because I could not find a store that I could imagine walking into. Okay,
I love this.
Victoria's Secrets, right? That has everything you need that has to do with sex. Imagine walking into the Awakened Woman, because that's the name of it. And there's everything that you need, from education to the creams to the softest, comfiest PJs and cooling sheets. I can feel it already. You know, to literature, to beautiful candles, to just everything that will make this journey more comfortable.
Yes.
That's going to be the Awakened Woman coming to you soon.
I love it. Yes. I love it. Now, I'd like to know about you as you're continuing this journey and putting, Men Awake out there, and then the future of having a store for us to come and have tea. I want to see like a patio like this.
And we're going to have like breath work, and I'm going to connect with Jessica Garcia, our yoga girl. She's going to start doing videos, and I'm going to put it on the website, because we're going to give you everything that you need.
Yes.
Everything that you need, so you can connect like I have with nature and with God. And then you're going to start getting little signs and synchronicities like I do. So,
and what are you going to continue doing to take care of you? Because you, like you said, you are now IT, packaging, distribution.
Oh, let me tell you, like,
what is that going to do
after this show? I have my I'm ready to go to Memorial Park and go take care of me. I know it's essential.
Yes.
I know now that this is a part of who I am in order to reconnect back, because I disconnected from myself, videos and emails and designing a label, and today selling, and I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. So I have to go reconnect. And reconnect means that for 2 hours, Adri is out of commission, and I'll go to Memorial Park. I'll walk, I'll meditate, I'll ground, and then I'll go sit in the sauna.
Nice.
And just sweat it all out.
Yes.
But I really hope that we can, these shows, we can educate our listeners and all the women out there and the men that we have a greater purpose on this planet. Yeah. We have a greater purpose, and we have to find it within ourselves. But we gotta do the work.
Yeah, gotta do the work, gotta reconnect.
Yes.
And sometimes that's some of the hardest work to do.
Yes.
Is reconnect with yourself, your inner child, my Claudita, your Adrianita, reparenting yourself, being the parent that that you wish you had, but now you have a chance to do it for yourself.
Right, because nobody grew up in the perfect scenario. So I do want to let all the listeners out there know that every day I go to Memorial Park. If you are able, in the need of a meditation, a guided meditation, and you are sick of your life and you are sick of suffering and you just want to release, you can get a hold of Claudia or give me a text, find me on social media. And this is absolutely free. I do not charge. This is my privilege to be part of your healing journey. And I will take you and reconnect you to that inner child that you have to heal.
So how can they where can they follow you and how can they connect? What's the best way?
So on Facebook, under Adriana Rubio Clausen, my telephone number, I'm going to give it out there because you can text me.
Get your pen, get your paper.
Just text me. It's 713-202-7353. 713-202-7353.
All right.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
They want to buy your products, they'll go
to www.menowake.com. See if
there's the number. Yes. Thank you. So you're seeing the number here.
Yes, that's my cell phone number. And I'm telling you, I would not take a penny from you. It is my privilege to guide you through this meditation to get you on your healing journey. Now, then it'll be up to you to keep going and to be brave and just release and surrender to the flow of life that, God lays a path for us to take. But sometimes we're a little stubborn.
We have to do it, different way, our own way. And
it's okay. That's
part of the journey.
That's our free will. So that's your journey. And we still love you.
And here's Men Awake right here for those that are watching.
Yes, Men Awake. Please support me. I just want to change the world.
You are
one woman at a time.
And you are just from the testimonies that we've had so far. And I'm going to continue using them because I've noticed a difference in me. Yay. So thank you so much for taking me into your house that one morning.
God said, call that girl.
I showed up and I even told you I'm in pajamas.
Yeah.
I haven't even taken a shower.
Yeah,
it's okay.
My hair was sticking straight up.
I showed up and this woman had her hair up like she got scared. I'm like, I didn't say anything at first. And you're like, oh, my hair.
Yeah.
Aw. Yeah. And your hair was up and sticking up. And that's when you told me that you had your product in there for the hair. You're like, look at my hair. And I'm like, what do you have in your hair? And you were trying your own product as well.
Oh my gosh, let me tell you. I had to try it on myself to see if it worked.
Yes. And that's what I like. Is that you are using it, you are trying it, and you are getting the best ingredients, organic, homegrown. So, and based on what you're seing, that works around the world. So thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Oh my God. Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing your life.
Yes.
All right. So my super comadre Liliana, we are at the end of today's Catching Up with Claudia. We were catching up with me, catching up with Adriana, sharing her healing journey as well as what came out of that healing journey, her awakening, her men awake. That now she is, sharing with the world. And like she said, if you want to start your journey with you going in deep, meet her over at Memorial Park. Memorial Park. If you're here in Houston, Texas, it's one of the best places to go and ground yourself. She talked about grounding. And again, grounding is just literally grounding. Take off your shoes, feel the grass, and touch a tree. Get in touch with nature. We are so far removed from it because we have technology that we're using a lot for our work and even for schooling for our kids. But we got to make sure that we remember to get that sun, drink that water.
Yes.
Eat those fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, those greens.
Or
if you don't even want to eat the greens, buy you some spirulina or, there's other alternatives. And I'm going to have a recipe section where you can go click and I'll show you how to make these delicious meals and just help you.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's helping me.
Are you going to include cooking too?
Yes.
What's the boutique going to be called?
The Awakened Woman.
The Awakened Woman.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to have food.
No, there's
no food yet? Okay.
So the Awakened Woman, imagine walking into like heaven, right? Like you're going to have everything.
Fluffiness. Softness.
Yes. Like you're going to have classes that you can sign up for, breath work. You know, if you want yoga with Jessica, we'll make classes to education on all the products. And by then, I'm going to have an array of products, pajamas, down to sex toys.
Why not?
Why not?
Because
we deserve
the body changes.
The body has different needs if you're single.
That's right.
You know, so
yes. So that you know, it's a whole body experience, mind, body, soul, everything.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for catching up with Claudia. Don't forget to go back and watch this because once we finish here, it stays on our pages in La Super Comadre Claudia page and Radio Cristal. We are on YouTube. And I know that Liliana always talks about all las redes sociales that we're on. Go back and get a chance to listen to the entire interview. Also, buy those products. You can follow us and watch us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and online at radiocrystalusa.com. So you can also listen to us on online radio. And then the podcast, I will be putting the podcast on my pages so that way you can download that and you can listen to it. So as you're working out or doing your grounding, put those earbuds in and listen to the show. And just a disclaimer that all the views expressed by the guests are their own, and their appearance on the program does not imply any endorsement, but of them or of the entity that they represent. But I just want to let you know that I'm using these and they're working for me. But you need to make sure that you go and talk to your professionals, los doctores, whoever you need to talk to, because we always have to make sure that we're doing the things that helps us. So I just want to let you know, take care of you before you take care of everything and everyone on your list. And we'll see you next time on Catching Up with Claudia on RadioCrystalUSA.com.
Thank you.
Adios. Gracias por haber estado aquí en el show Catching Up with Claudia. ¿Tan? ¿Ya terminamos? Ok, bye.
Música variada, interesantes shows en vivo, tu mejor opción en internet, Radio Cristal USA.